Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's story. I am so happy to see you here. Please sit back, relax, and listen carefully. Today, I am going to tell you a powerful story. The story is simple, but the lesson is very deep. The title of our story is Nothing is Free. This story will show you how hard work and determination can change lives. Long ago, in a small coastal town in Italy, there lived a young boy named Lucas Romano. Lucas came from a very poor family. His father, Marco Romano, was a fisherman. He spent long nights at sea, fighting waves, hoping to catch enough fish to feed the family. His mother, Isabella, washed clothes for wealthy families in town. Their house was tiny, their roof leaked in the rain, and their meals were often only bread and soup. But Lucas carried in his heart a dream much bigger than his poverty. He wanted to become an architect and design beautiful buildings in Rome. From a very young age, Lucas understood something most children did not. Nothing is free in this world. If he wanted success, he had to pay the price, not with money, but with hard work and determination. Every morning, while the sea was still dark and the sun was not yet rising, Lucas woke up. Their home had no electricity. He studied under a weak oil lamp, his eyes tired but his mind focused. He wrote notes carefully, sometimes using the back of old papers because new books were too expensive. After school, while his friends played football, Lucas went with his father to help with fishing. He carried heavy nets, pulled ropes with his small hands, and sometimes even got cuts and bruises. The sea taught him discipline. It taught him that nothing comes easily. The children in town teased him. They said, "Lucas, why do you study so much? You are poor. You will never leave this town. You will be a fisherman like your father." Their laughter hurt him, but Lucas never let their words stop him. Instead, he whispered to himself, "Nothing is free. If I want to change my life, I must earn it with sweat and patience." As years passed, Lucas faced many challenges. Once when he was 13, he failed a mathematics exam. That night, he cried quietly, thinking maybe the others were right. Maybe poverty was too heavy. But the next morning, he picked up his book again. He worked harder than before. Each failure became fuel for his determination. Slowly, his grades improved, and teachers began to notice his talent. When he was 15, a kind teacher named Mr. Giovanni saw Lucas drawing designs on a piece of paper. "Lucas," he said, "you have a gift. Don't let poverty destroy your dream. Keep working hard. One day, the world will see your talent." Those words stayed in Lucas's heart forever, but life tested him again. When Lucas turned 16, his father became sick and could not go fishing often. Money became even tighter. Lucas took more responsibilities. He worked in a bakery early in the morning, waking up at 4 a.m. to knead dough. After that, he went to school, and in the evening, he helped his mother with laundry. At night, when the whole town was asleep, Lucas sat with his books. His body was tired, but his dream kept him awake. His hands were rough from carrying baskets. His back ached from bending over clothes, but his mind never gave up. Sometimes, when his mother saw him studying late at night, she said with tears in her eyes, "Lucas, you should rest. You are still a child." But Lucas would smile and answer, "Mama, nothing is free. If I want a better life for us, I must work for it now." Those moments brought both pain and pride to Isabella's heart. Years later, the time came for the entrance exam for the University of Rome, where he wanted to study architecture. Lucas had no money for coaching or new books. He borrowed notes from friends, studied old guides, and sometimes even read under the street lamp because their oil lamp had run out of fuel. For months, he worked tirelessly, his mind full of numbers, designs, and dreams. Hunger often knocked on his door, but he told himself hunger was only temporary, while success would last forever. Finally, the results came. Lucas had been accepted into the university. His parents cried tears of joy. His father, weak but smiling, held his hand and said, "My son, you have proved to us that nothing is free. You paid the price with your effort, your hunger, your sleepless nights, and today you have won." But Rome was not easy. Lucas had to survive in a new city with no family nearby. He worked at a cafe at night, serving coffee and cleaning tables. Sometimes he skipped meals to save money for books. There were nights when he studied with an empty stomach, his head spinning with hunger. Some days he even collected leftover bread from the bakery to survive. Yet he never gave up. His professors admired his dedication, and soon he became one of the best students in his class. He missed home, he missed his parents, and many nights he cried alone in his small room. But every tear reminded him of his purpose. He told himself again and again, "Nothing is free. I must fight for every step." After years of sacrifice, Lucas graduated as an architect. He started working in a big company. He designed tall buildings and beautiful houses, and slowly, his name became known. When Lucas returned to his hometown years later, the same people who once laughed at him welcomed him with pride. He built a new house for his parents, stronger than any in the town. He also opened a small school for poor children, so they too could dream big. Lucas had not only changed his life, he was now changing the lives of others. He looked at the children studying in his school and remembered the weak lamp, the hunger, and the sleepless nights. His eyes filled with tears, but this time they were tears of joy. The story of Lucas Romano is not only his story, it is the story of all of us. In life, if you want something great, you must give something great in return. Comfort will not give you success. Waiting will not give you success. Shortcuts will not give you success. Only hard work, sacrifice, and determination will take you to your dream. So remember these words. Nothing is free. Not success, not knowledge, not respect, not happiness. Everything has a price. The more you give, the more you get. Thank you, dear audience, for listening to the story of Lucas Romano. I hope it touched your heart and gave you inspiration. Remember, your dreams are waiting for you, but you must walk toward them with courage. Never give up, never lose hope, and never wait for things to come for free. Work for them, fight for them, and one day you will shine. This is the message of today's story. Nothing is free. Thank you once again, and see you in the next story. Stay motivated, stay strong, and keep working hard.